Okay, we're going to quickly demonstrate the pay links feature that was recently added to e-payments in the OurTown CRM. So we have in the e-payments page, on every page, above the search accounts bar in the very middle, you'll see the pay links button. You click that, that'll bring you to the page that we're seeing here. This page shows a table of all the existing pay links in the system. It shows there the last 6 digits of a random has to be the string, the ID string has to be random for security reasons. We can't just have it as an incremented number because then people can just plug in any number and try to find a pay link. So this is a random, long random string of characters, and you're seeing the last 6 digits here. The created date that it was created, who created it, the status of the pay link. The status could be pending, meaning it hasn't been viewed yet. It could be paid, meaning it's already been paid. It could be canceled, meaning somebody created it and then canceled it before it was paid. Or it could be just viewed, meaning somebody's looked at it, but they haven't actually paid it yet. In the accounts column, you can see the accounts that are included on the pay link. Now, you can include multiple accounts on a single pay link, meaning um, if one person owns multiple businesses that we're doing business with and they both owe money, then we can request payment on both of those accounts in a single pay link. So in this instance, these pay links all have two accounts. You can see the first one here, and then if you hover over +1, you can see the second account that's on the pay link. So hovering over the +1 more shows all of the additional accounts that are on the pay link. Here you see the total amount. So in this case, this $3, you click on the folder icon, that'll show you the details. So this $3 comes from, on the first account, we requested $1.25, and on the second account, we requested $1.75, and that's where that 3 comes from. Also, you see the details here. You see the note. This is the full ID string. Again, we're only seeing the last 6 digits, 6 characters in the ID column. Shows all the same information in the table, except this also shows the time. So it was created at 1:28 p.m. on March 3rd. Shows the note that you can optionally add when you create a new pay link. This is the link itself to make that payment, but you can copy it by clicking on this copy icon here. That copies it to the clipboard if you need that for whatever reason. Activity shows when the pay link was created, when it was first viewed, when it was paid, and then we see that it was viewed again after it was paid. It shows the line items, which is the accounts, the note that was added to this line item, and the amounts at the end. And then in the last tab, it shows who received the pay link, who it was emailed to. So let's go ahead and create a new pay link and have a look at the process. So you create the pay link by clicking on this Create Pay Link button here at the top of the table. And that opens this window. And here you can add the accounts, one or multiple that you want to request payment on. Here we'll do $1.20 on Ace Hardware Test 1. Leave a test note there. And then let's just do this. Test 2. All right. And then another $1.80. All right. So you can add a recipient. You have to add at least one recipient to the pay link. You don't have to add more than one, but you can. If you want to, you can add a second recipient. And after the first one, you can choose whether you want to have them be a recipient, carbon copied, or a blind carbon copy, meaning that the other recipients won't be able to see that they were included on the email. So we want to do this. We could add counting. All right. So we can go ahead and create that pay link. If you added more recipients or more accounts that you don't need, you hit this button to remove them. The red delete button to remove the additional ones. Anyway, so we got it. This is what we want. We want to send a request for $1.80 to be paid towards Ace Hardware Test 1, $1.80 to be requested towards Ace Hardware Test 2. We go ahead and save that. And now we've got our brand new pay link here. And again, we can hover over that, see the other account. We can click here and see the details of the pay link that we just created. And hopefully we should have gotten an email for that pay link. And here it is. Okay, this is just a test. Disregard. Thank you for your business. So accounting was BCC'd, so you won't be able to see them on there. But all right, so we go ahead and click the pay link button. Okay, I've entered my payment information. I now have to agree to the terms and conditions here, which you can see by clicking there. And then you can click the pay button. And you can see that payment was successful. $1.20 towards Ace Hardware Test 1 and $1.80 towards Ace Hardware Test 2. Both transactions were approved. So when there are multiple accounts on the pay link, they are processed as separate transactions. So when you go and look at your billing statement on your credit card, you will see separate transactions. And now we can refresh this page and it shows that that pay link was in fact paid. And you can see the time, the activity. You can see that it was paid at exactly 1:51 p.m., which is what time it is right now. And then if we actually go into that account, we can see that this was our 120 that was paid on this account. This is the transaction that we just now processed. And since this is Jim's credit card, I'm going to go ahead and void that. Yeah, let's void that transaction. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and void this one too, because this was a test that I did earlier. Okay, well, those are our transactions. I think that covers everything. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.